Good morning. We are at Salt Lake City and we're going to Sun Valley, Idaho. That's maybe one of the earliest ski resorts. The Union Pacific, I believe it was, possibly that hooked into the Southern Pacific, but they ran up in there, and that was a resort destination to sell train tickets. And that's so whether they built that or whether they conspired with somebody, and I'm not sure how that worked out, but we're going to check out the spring skiing up there, and we're going to go inside here and do this. I did look at a YouTube yesterday. We're climbing at 12,000 feet is our altitude. 12 initial altitude for the climb, and let's see down here. We need to go with getting our screen here, and we're not connected. We programmed our flight with Microsoft, and that's incomplete. You see, we have to click Sultan. It's an intersection up toward Boise and up toward Sun Valley. So we go direct there and do this, and that should complete our flight. We'll see if we on the other end here. And let's see here if we runway 31. SUN 31, there's our destination right there. And you can get in here a little closer, you can't see it. So there's our destination, so that's what we want to do, is go in there. And anyway, this guy did a really good job on what to do. He went through all this, and on starting you have external power here. We're disconnected from the external power. This is the bus tying one battery with the other battery, the backup battery. You have backup systems in aircraft, and then all these altitudes in here are he went through and selected those. You see our initial altitude. Let's go up one more. So Yanni is 10,000. Let's go on up a little more. 17, and it doesn't say. It has us going to 12, but we'll be going to 17. 9:30. Anyway, that's all plugged in. We had to make a slight adjustment.
Skywest 4756 Heavy Salt Lake Tower.
And we go ahead out here, and altitude is set for 12. We're going to go nav. Turn the nav on, and we're going to climb it to 2,500.
Cleared ILS runway tree for right approach Skywest 4756 Heavy.
That's good. Alright, so we're ready to go. Take the brakes off, and he programmed in all kinds of numbers. We'll get here on the tail, and we come up on the power, and we got the brakes off. Brakes are off, and we've got to get up over 100. I had the numbers wrong, but you can be under 130. The stall speed is under 130. There we go. You get the gear up. The flaps start coming down at over 150. I didn't know that. I started putting it down much later. So we'll go ahead and put the flaps up. We'll turn the autopilot on. We'll go back inside.
Contact Salt Lake Center on 135.775. Good day.
And the autopilot. There we go. We'll answer that. Now it's handoff.
135.775 Cessna
and we're
7
climbing
Bravo
at
Charlie.
2,500 feet a
Goodbye.
minute.
Traffic, 7 o'clock, low, 1
So
mile.
So we go ahead and look outside, see how it looks. Everything looks pretty good. We're going to intercept our course. This is the Great Salt Lake we're taking off over. We can look back at Salt Lake City. Yeah, look at that Salt Lake City down there. So you've got to click on the auto throttle, and we'll go ahead and click
auto throttle.
And it clicked on. It was on already. It did come on, so Microsoft, thank you for turning that on. That's one of the things that he turned on after he took off. So there's not too much difference in how this looks compared to what he was doing, except he did it all. He didn't use the flight plan at Microsoft. He didn't click the high altitude plan like I do, and Microsoft does it, which is not complete because they didn't have the connection between taking off and our first intersection. So anyway, let's see what we're doing here. We're doing 250. That's good. We are within the speed limit, and I think that's good enough right now. We'll go back outside and enjoy the view of this Great Salt Lake. And looking over, we can't quite see. There's Ogden, and then we're going to see where the Golden Spike was driven. I think this is going to be where that was done, or whether I'll remember. And where the Golden Spike was driven is where
Salt Lake Tower Delta 1659er heavy ready for departure runway tree full right IFR to Las Vegas.
Where Buddy Holly
Delta
was
1659er
caught
heavy
in a
altimeter
snowstorm with an
29.2
inexperienced
wind calm.
pilot, an airplane
Cleared for
that
takeoff runway tree full right.
was not equipped for flying in the
SkyWest
snow,
4756 heavy
probably
wind
iced
calm
up.
cleared to land runway tree full right.
And anyway, they crashed, and
Cleared for
three
takeoff runway tree full right Delta
singers
1659er heavy.
were killed. So we're going to have
Cleared
to
to land
call
runway tree full right SkyWest
Salt Lake
4756
City
heavy.
Center. They'll give us a higher altitude.
Salt Lake Center, Cessna 527 Bravo, Charlie, 12,000 feet.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie Salt Lake Center altimeter 29.92 radar contact continue.
So I think the train came through. There's kind of a pass. The
Cessna 7
highway
Bravo Charlie
goes
climb and maintain flight
north
level
to go over to
240.
Denver and Cheyenne here. So you come north before you go east on the highway, and so the train was following that. Clearfield. This might be Clearfield, and this may be the train crossing. Now, what did she say? Trying to
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, did you copy?
climb and maintain 240. Okay, there we go.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, Cessna 7 Bravo, Charlie.
Okay. And vertical speed. 2,500 feet a
Salt Lake
minute.
Center Delta 1659er heavy is at 5,000 feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
And we look down here,
Delta
see how we're doing.
1659er heavy Salt Lake Center altimeter
I think that was called
29.92
Clearfield.
radar contact. Continue to
That
scan.
should be right under us. We'll go back
Delta
outside.
1016
And I
heavy
believe this
contact
is
Salt Lake
the
Center
train.
128.55.
Train is going across
day.
here. And the Golden Spike might have been driven out right there. I'm not sure exactly. I thought it was a Clearfield.
Going to 128.55
That was Promontory.
Delta 1016 heavy.
Promontory. Clearfield is where Buddy Holly crashed. And Promontory, that may be Promontory right there. I apologize if I'm
Salt
incorrect.
Lake Center Delta 1016 heavy is passing 15,000 feet, descending 11,000 feet.
So now we're 270, so we can, it is following that the airspeed limit is increased as you go up in altitude, and we are truing out at 339. We're indicating 269. And we can look here. We look back toward Ogden. And I believe you come up to Ogden and then you start going east. That's probably the train came through. There's a pass right over here. It looks like that's probably where the train came through. So heading for Sun Valley and the Sawtooth Mountains. I don't know whether we're going to see the Sawtooth Mountains.
Traffic is 12 o'clock, 4 miles at 14,300 feet, Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Delta 1016 heavy traffic is 12 o'clock, 3 miles at 17,000 feet,
Oh, there it goes.
700.
There it goes.
Report them in sight.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, have the
Went
traffic.
by. There it goes. Right under our
Delta
tail,
1016
just to the left
heavy
right there.
traffic in sight.
We go back on the tail. We don't want to look into the sun. We'll look out this way. And where are we now? We're at 18,000 feet. This is really fun flying these airplanes, but I am not flying. I'm just simulating, and I have basic aviation skills, but I'm still learning on the systems. And it's much more complex than I ever expected. But once you learn it, it's just awesome. Garmin, the flight planning, it's amazing. We'll just look in here because it's just this is just awesome. And when we get to approach over there for Haley, which is south of Sun Valley.
Salt Lake Center on 128.55. Good day.
128.55 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye. Salt Lake Center Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is at flight level 215, climbing flight level 240.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie, Salt Lake Center radar contact continue. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Climb and maintain flight level 380 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
They aren't going to keep us there that long, but we'll just go along with that. Continue at 2,500. Our speed is 269. That's good. And they say if you click the heading, see how this is on north? It'll go to our heading. So I just learned that. Now that's supposed to do that, but you have to go that way to do it. You should just be able to hit the button. Synchronize current heading, and that says NA. That's not connected. There are a few things here. This, I don't think, flight the VNAV, maybe. Some of these things aren't quite connected. So did they say 38? I think they did. Flight level 380. And there's the 380 right there. Here we're climbing at 2650. We'll stay with that. Indicating 269. That will increase slowly. And this gets up to Mach 0.81 is the top speed. That's restricted. It'll go a little faster, but you're pushing up against the red line. And they have another name for that now. So you can't trust what I say, because when I was actively flying was in like 1970, late 60s. So let's just say it's 1970. 55 years ago we're talking about. Seems like yesterday. And they'll come on and say I can descend. That's what I've done this long enough that I know what to expect.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, contact Salt Lake Center on 128.35. Good day.
128.35 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye. Salt Lake Center Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is at flight level 305, climbing flight level 380.
Cessna 527 Bravo, Charlie Salt Lake Center radar contact. Continue.
And then he'll probably give us a lower altitude. I'm getting on to what they do. We should be looking outside. See, it's still high. It's probably 5,000 feet, but we're not in the Rockies. But I think the Rockies go up this way. I should study that. And we'll be right on the edge of Boise National Forest. $38,000. Let's see if what we have here. We can bring this down here a little. We'll do that. I think here we're starting to see the red line coming up. And what are we doing now?
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie
0.75.
descend and maintain flight level 260.
260. We'll acknowledge. That's what I always forget to do.
Descend and maintain flight level 260 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
And here we go. 260. And now we go down. We'll go down at 2,000 feet, 2,100 feet a minute. And I think we can do here Mach 0.8. Yeah, okay. Mach 0.8. That's what that did yesterday. We still got our auto throttle on. We'll see if it keeps it from overspeed. It's not getting into the red line. It's 0.793. That's close enough to 0.8. We're down to 34. We're coming down at 2,000 feet a minute. There's our first intersection. Actually, it's our second intersection. And we could have jumped ahead, but I had things to talk about. So we're about halfway there. So we could have clicked early on we could have clicked up, but I wanted to tell you about Overkill Simulations. The guy is really good. If he makes an error, he leaves it in there so everybody learns from his errors. He corrects himself. Says call him if you have questions or complaints. I get very few questions and no complaints. But I'm just showing pretty pictures. And I should have a warning saying, do not, this is for viewing pleasure only. It's not a teaching tool. Although I was a flight instructor, but I was always in reciprocating
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie,
aircraft.
contact Salt Lake Center on 118.05. Good day.
118.05 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye.
I flew up here on an airliner one time. We had my wife's cousin, I think it was, got married. Wife's cousin's daughter got married up here.
Salt Lake Center Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is passing flight level 300, descending flight level 260.
Cessna 527 Bravo, Charlie Salt Lake Center radar contact. Continue to GWET.
That's the next intersection. So we're doing fine there. And I had a friend here on the Monterey Peninsula. And his mother was a countess. She was married to an Italian count. So she was a countess, and she had a nightclub in Italy, I believe. Anyway, she's gone. I don't know whether he's still alive or not. He moved to Las Vegas. But he at one point bought Paul Anka's old Lear 24 Learjet, and I rode in that. We went down to Carefree, Arizona, and he was doing some heap leach gold mining. So he had the Lear to go back and forth. He lived in Sun Valley. He was a contractor. He had a pilot's license. He was a great guy. He had two daughters. They both, I think, became nurses. I think his wife, ex-wife, lives in Los Angeles. Great people. So he had lots of stories about Sun Valley. He lived just south of Sun Valley, I believe, in Gimlet, or that's where he kept his aircraft.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, descend and maintain 14,000 feet.
So this is what you would do if you would program this in. And so he's just keeping
Descend
me
and
at the
maintain
right
14,000 feet Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
right altitude. So we'll go down to 14,000. We'll go down to 2,000 feet a minute. How about 2,100 feet a minute? Going down from 18 to 14. And we're still not exceeding the speed limit, so I figured that part out. Initially, this airplane I'd fly it by hand, and it was always going over its structural limit. They have another term for that. I called it the red line. You can see it's not a red line. It's kind of like a barber pole. So I guess we'll get back up into some mountains here as we approach Salt Lake City. I could look up those altitudes, but I'm just going to take it, and you never trust completely. You always have to know where you are, even if you're on solid instruments. because the air traffic controller can make mistakes. In my case, I'm trusting them because I don't know any better. And we'll go back on, look at our flight. We made a little turn, and then we'll turn right on final approach. He'll probably give us another lower altitude. I think we're going down to 14. We can increase that a little bit. Yeah, we're doing all right. See, our power is down we're back to 50% power. Actually, it says 63.4%. And we're truing out at 420 knots. We probably got up, when we're up in the thinner air, we probably were up around 450 or better. And when we get down just under 200, we can put in a notch of flap. I didn't know that. And again, you have all that stuff programmed in. It's just awesome. It's called a checklist. You have to go by the checklist. And when we get on final, we'll turn on the approach and see if it ties into the glide slope. And again, we have the auto throttle is on. They also had a deal here where you put on your fuel recirculation. What's this right here? Secondary elevator trim. No. We'll keep that covered. So here, there was they had the spoilers coming out of the wings. We're right here. We're banking, so we're getting close to approach. He's going to want us. We better come down a little quicker. We should be down to 14,000. Let's increase that. There we go. And you could look on the chart and see how far away you are. Here, we could do that.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, you are 39 miles southeast.
39 miles.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Expect RNAV Zulu runway tree 1 approach via Menin transition.
Okay.
Cleared to Menin.
All right. So
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, descend and maintain 8,600 feet.
8,600. Acknowledge that.
Descend and maintain 8,600 feet. Expect RNAV Zulu runway tree 1 approach via Menin transition. Cleared to Menin Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
8,600. 8,600. I think we're still going down at 3,300 feet a minute. See if the approach comes on. Not yet. So we're starting to see some mountains in here. And we'll go back. Let's look at the chart here. See what that does. Menin. And when we get there, when we get there, we can turn on the approach. Cutting the corner. cutting the corner. It's flying it better than I could. Peekaboo. Yeah, there was a skier called Peekaboo something or other. So that she was named after that little city there. Huh. So let's see what our speed is. Yeah, we're still moving.
24 heavy flight level 260. Envoy 4 tree 24 heavy Salt Lake Center.
And we
radar
start
contact.
leveling off.
Continue to reach.
Power comes up. Okay, now we'll try our approach. Yeah, there's our approach. So it's the GP stands for the glide slope, I believe, and that'll turn green. This will all be green once it intercepts the glide slope, and we'll see that come down from above. And we're going back and forth, and we're going to get on our final approach here. So we should see the diamond, and it'll all turn magenta when we link up. So that may be the last altitude that we get. We'll just watch this. And we'll fly up these little valleys up to Haley, I think. We're going to Haley. Yeah, Peekaboo. I think that's how you pronounce that. I don't see the airport we're going to yet. Probably up in there. Let's see. We make a slight right turn. Yeah. So we'll go up here. We'll make a slight right turn to go up in there. And we'll watch for our glide slope to come down. And this program doesn't really show these snow-top mountains at this point. Probably a way to find that out, but the program doesn't pick up on that. So we're at 8,800, 8,600. Yeah, I kind of think we're heading up in here. We'll see what happens. And
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, you are 14 miles southeast of Haley. Contact Haley Tower on 125.6 when inbound on the approach.
okay.
Tower on 125.6 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
Let's look here. And it's just starting inbound. Shouldn't have to turn much. There we go. And here comes the glide slope down. So you can see the diamond come down. We'll just wait here until it hooks up on the glide slope. Watch it turn, and watch this turn green. GP, we're locked on the glide slope. And we gotta go ahead and call, say we're inbound.
Haley Tower Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie 9 miles southeast inbound Arnav Zulu runway tree 1 approach.
And
Cessna 527
I'm
Bravo Charlie Haley
going
Tower.
to
Altimeter
go ahead
29er
and turn
decimal
off,
2 wind calm cleared. Arnav Zulu runway tree 1 approach.
turn off the auto throttle.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie wind calm cleared to land runway tree 1.
And the gear down, flaps down. Gear went down a little too soon. So we have to acknowledge.
Cleared to land runway tree 1 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle.
So let's see here.
Auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto
Let's see what we're doing here.
Auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle.
Bring in the rest of the flaps.
Airspeed.
Auto throttle, 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 auto throttle.
Turn off the autopilot.
Auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle. Auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle.
I don't get the auto throttle business. We're just gonna have to land.
Auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle.
125 is a little slow.
Auto throttle, 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 auto throttle.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, turn next taxiway.
Auto throttle, 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 auto throttle,
So?
auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle,
No takeoff.
auto throttle,
No takeoff.
auto throttle, auto throttle, auto throttle,
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, contact ground on 121.7.
auto throttle.
No takeoff. 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 No takeoff.
Whoa, that's a workout.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, but I was dealing with the auto throttle. All right.
121.7 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye.
So I guess we did what we needed to do. Normally you get a clearance, tell you which taxiway to taxi on, and when you can cross the runway. So this is below. This valley goes up to Sun Valley here. First you go by Gimlet. Haley is south of Gimlet. We're heading north right now, and we'll just go ahead and taxi right in here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. There we go. And look at the mountains, which don't look like this, but definitely there are lumps sticking up in the air. So that's your flight, and then we're going to fly back home. We'll use from here back to Monterey. It's about 700 nautical miles, and we'll do that in the Dark Star, and that doesn't have an autopilot, so you don't have to listen to auto throttle. And there we are. You know, all the little houses by the runway here. pretty nice. Pretty nice. Well, look to the south. There, that's not bad. That's a nice look. Thanks for riding along. See you next time. Bye-bye.